Good morning. Happy Monday. And I am so excited about this week's topic. This week, we are going to talk about how to communicate effectively. Now, a lot of you are thinking, oh, I know how to communicate. I do that just fine. And I am here to tell you there's a lot of work that needs to be done with how we communicate. Sometimes you can get a lot further with your team if you learn how to communicate. I bet you would get a lot more customers or keep the customers happy that you do have. And how about your family members? And wait until we dig into social media and communicating. It is crazy to me how we just really don't think about the words we use. Now, I'm not saying that you have to effectively communicate like properly, like language that's proper. I mean, come on, y'all. You listen to me all the time. I am not always the best at getting my words out. But I'm telling you, not only does our communication matter in our business, but our body language will matter in our business. I could be having a day and I could just be having a look, and when I communicate with people, it doesn't really matter what I say because that look says more. You know, when you're raising your kids and you look at them, they go, all mom's got to do is give that look, that little eyebrow. You know what I mean. You know, somebody goes to say something, your significant other, somebody who knows you well enough, and when you look at them and you go, they know to zip it. Well, that's what we want to talk about this week. Different ways we communicate, words we use, what we're posting on social media. How are we making our customers feel? How are we making people feel in general all the time, anyways? Um, so much of that has so much to do with how much money we make. So, we had a great series talking about getting our lives and controlling our lives, all the way from the pennies we spend to how we're budgeting and how we're setting goals and how we're applying it all to our life and how it all fits together. Now, I want to talk about communicating because I feel that listening is a huge tool here. I feel that a lot of times we don't really know how to communicate to people. We just don't know what to say. We think we know what to say and we say it, but then do you actually listen to the words that leave your lips? How many times I hear in a day when something goes wrong and whoever it is that's putting it out there blames everybody else for it. Yeah, everybody. It's everybody's fault. You know, it's always some kind of personal you have to take some kind of personal communicate with me. You have to take that and you really need to take a look at it. And you have to really think that not everything in the world happens because you didn't have anything at all to do with it. Trust me, everything that happens in the world has something to do with something you did. Now, there's tragedies that happen that have nothing to do with you. We can't control the weather. We can't control like a psychopath that goes crazy somewhere. We can't control stuff like that. But I'm talking about yourself, your business, your family, who you communicate with, your social media world, what people are being seen from you. That's what I'm talking about. Because I know some people that sit around and they will pick my stuff apart. They will pick it apart and say, yeah, no. See, Lisa, that's where you're wrong. See, somebody did that to me and I'm a victim. And blah, 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 blah. I'm not saying that things don't happen that we don't have control over. I'm saying that no matter what it is that happens, we have control over our own selves. We have control how we communicate with others. Um, that's all I want to talk about. That's what I want. I want to bring that into your business. I want to make it better. And I want to share with you how I've made it better, how communication has changed my relationships, how it changes my relationship with my children. It's changed my relationship with my customers. I mean, we're even going to talk about some of those disgruntled customers, those ones that when you get the phone call, they're jumping down your throat and biting your head off and telling you how terrible, blah, 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 and how it is you handle that. Because back in the day, before I really paid much attention to how I communicate, my conversation with that would have been like, don't you ever call me. You don't have to talk to me like that, blah, 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 blah. And I would have hung up on him. I probably would have called them a few choice words too, just because I probably would have. Not today. I'll listen to the entire schmeal, listen to them get it all out. And when they're done, I'll then effectively say, you know what? I'm sorry that you feel that way about that. I'm sorry that that happened to you. Let me explain to you how I run my business. Maybe it's a miscommunication as to when I was supposed to call them back. Maybe I misunderstood what she needed. Maybe, and you notice I'm using I. Maybe I misunderstood. Okay. You need to turn everything around in your life that you think is just that bad deal of cards that you've been, and you need to flip them all around and you need to say I. And then you need to take ownership. I think that was the word I was trying to get before. Effectively own. Yeah, I think that's what I was looking for. You need to look at the I statements. You need to really, really start concentrating on what it is that you can do to change what's going on because you're the only one, just like in my last series, when it comes to taking control over your life. You're the only one who can take control, and you're the only one who can teach yourself how to communicate effectively. So that's what we're going to do. This is what we're going to talk about. Now, tomorrow, we're going to start with probably customers, family. We're going to talk about some things maybe I see online, stuff we can post differently. I'm going to use some examples even that I've seen. Not that I'm going to pick on anybody, I'm just going to use examples I see. You're not going to know who they are, but if you say to yourself, you know, Lisa, you're picking on me because that's what I do, maybe then look at it. I'm not going to call anybody out. It's just a generalization, I promise. Anyways, I look forward to this. This actually is an eye opener for me, and I just did some stuff on how we use our words, and this really struck home with how to communicate. So that's what we're going to do this week. I look forward to it. We will have a couple live videos, at least one, maybe two. We'll see how my week goes. It's been hectic. So thank you so much, and I look forward to it.